How do you get out of your own way, stop feeling nervous, and unleash your true potential on the golf course? We're going to show you exactly how to do that in today's round. Everyone, welcome to Bears Best in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is one of the best public courses in the area, and we're going to take you on a full 18-hole vlog where things get very interesting on the back nine. Make sure you stay tuned to the end to watch how this round unfolds. Let's start here on the opening hole, which is actually a very intimidating tee shot. Only 413 yards from the tips, but water is on the entire left side of the fairway. Hit a committed shot, flirting with that water, but I get very lucky and my ball stays up on that bank. Got about 125 yards here. This is a gap wedge for me, and with the ball severely above my feet, I'm just trying to stay grounded, make a committed swing. I actually thought this was going to be on the green, but we're just short of the green here, and we have a standard chip. Managed to hit that to about 5 feet. Unfortunately, missed the putt, and that is an opening bogey to start our round. Let's see if we can get it back here on the second hole, which is a very reachable par 5. The first thing you need to do, of course, is hit that fairway. We make a very committed swing, hit a nice little cut off the tee, and we're now in the center of the fairway with a chance to reach in 2. Didn't get all of that drive, so I'm going to have to use a 3-wood here, and I managed to make a pretty decent contact here. This comes off a little bit right and a little bit lower than I would have liked, but we're going to be greenside with a chance to get up and down for the birdie. From this position, what you want to do is make sure that you get the ball on the green. So I make the mistake and get a little bit long, but nonetheless, I've got 25 feet here for birdie, and all I'm trying to do is make sure I keep it on the high side and get it past the hole. That's exactly what we've done. That was a very good attempt, and we'll take the tap-in par. Stretching 441 from the tips, the third hole is a very nice par 4. We're using driver here, and we have another committed driver swing. Got just over 175 yards left, and this is going to be a nice, comfortable 7-iron for me. And notice my body action here. I actually kind of hold this off, have a nice little cut when just able to control this, move it right in from the bunker. And we're going to have about 25 feet. Again, this was pin high, very good shot, 25 feet left for birdie. Make a pretty good stroke there. The distance was good, just didn't have that high enough. But once again, a tap-in par will always take. The first par 3 at Bears Best is a stunner, 229 yards. This actually is surrounded by a beautiful black sand bunker. Again, this golf course features 18 signature holes from Jack Nicklaus from various parts around the world. I make a really good swing here, don't actually catch all of this, and I find that front bunker. And this black sand is really unusual, and it's actually a lot of fun to play out of. The ball comes out perfectly from the sand. We're going to have 3 feet here, and I roll this in to save my par. All right, the fifth hole is actually the #1 handicap hole on the golf course because it's a very tight driving hole here. But again, I'm staying committed, managed to hit a really good swing here, clear those bunkers, and we're actually just going to have a short wedge into this hole. This is about 140 yards, and I'm hitting a pitching wedge here. Actually make a really good swing here. This actually cuts right in there, and we're going to have our first really good look at birdie on this hole. I'm feeling very confident over this birdie putt. I actually thought I hit it right in. It was going to go. Just did not break back there at the end. I thought I'd break back a little bit more. But again, we're playing consistent, tap-in pars, nothing wrong with that. The sixth hole is only 398 yards, and I decided to get a little bit aggressive. The safe play would be to take an iron or hybrid and go down the right side, but I decided to take my driver and clear the entire left side of the hazard and hopefully get close to the green. Unfortunately, I don't make my best swing. I actually hook this, and I get very lucky to even find this ball. Now I'm in the rocks here, and I'm going to have a difficult shot here. This is a 9-iron. I'm essentially just trying to punch this out. I actually catch it too clean, and this races through the back of the green. And now I'm going to have almost an impossible up and down here. Hit a good chip shot here. Unfortunately, it lands right on that downslope, and it races by at about 12.5 feet, right back up the hill. Let's see if we can save that par. Make a good stroke. Hits the edge, and that is unfortunately the second bogey. We're now +2 for the round. This is where you have to start telling yourself, you're 2 over par through 6 holes, but you're actually making some pretty good swings. So I'm actually feeling pretty confident on this. This is a 6-iron from about 200 yards. Make a great swing here, find the center of the green, and we're going to have about 30 feet up the hill for a birdie putt. Don't hit the best stroke here. Distance is good, but I'm struggling to read these greens. But nonetheless, that's about 3 feet left, and we roll that in for our par. One of the unique things about Bear's Best is how this course transitioned. Notice how the first 6 holes were more of a beach and kind of a desert theme. This looks like it's now right out of North Carolina. We have got a beautiful par 5 stretching 600 yards, the Vegas skyline in the distance here. This is definitely invites driver. We're going to move this right to left, hit a really good drive here, and we're going to be in position A off the fairway. This is a little narrow for my 3, but I've decided to just lay up, hit a nice little iron shot here, and we're going to have just a comfortable wedge in. Have just over 130 yards left. This is a perfect gap wedge for me, and this was really one of my most committed shots of the day. Absolutely pured that gap wedge. And again, we're really swinging good. We're just not scoring well, and this is something that you got to tell yourself. Just stay patient. Eventually, those putts are going to drop. I'm actually feeling very confident over this putt. This is about 25 feet down the hill. We started on the right line. Again, I thought it's going to break a little bit more. Again, that's a perfect putt. You can't get mad at putts like that. And again, it's another tap-in par. Close out the front 9. This is a 453-yard par 4. And sometimes when I'm playing a new course and I don't know exactly where the holes are going, I tend to not really commit to these shots. Unfortunately, that's what I did with this one. Again, I have a very similar swing. You can see I lost my footing. I actually get lucky and able to find this ball. It's in the rocks, and I make one of my best swings I've hit from the rocks. Hit a 9-iron here, managed to find the center of the green, and we get a 2-putt. We were a little bit slow on the pace of play, so I didn't record those shots, but I managed to 2-putt for par, and we're now on the back 9, and this is the beautiful 10th hole. The 10th hole stretches 411 yards, and this was an absolute stunner of a tee shot here. We're going to be in position A with just a short wedge in. Got about 85 yards here. This is where you want to be aggressive. I make a decent swing here. It just comes off a little bit right of my target. Nonetheless, we are pin high, but as you can see from where I'm aiming, I'm going to have to aim significantly right to left. Again, pretty good putt, just a little bit short, but our speed control is really good. And this is where I'm telling myself, your speed is good, you're hitting the ball good, stay patient, good things are going to come. And actually, they come on this very next hole. This is a drivable par 4, just 317 yards. The play is actually to move this left to right, and that is actually the perfect tee shot. I knew I was going to be close to the green, almost drove this green, and we're just in, again, the second hole on the course that features this black sand. Managed to blast that out, and we're now going to have a very good chance to finally get this birdie and to turn this round around. And we managed to hit a great stroke here. First birdie of the day, and that brings us back to 1 over par. And we've got another amazing opportunity. The 12th hole is just 507 yards from the tips. This is a par 5, again, very reachable, and we just need to hit a great tee shot here. And this was actually my swing of the day. Pummeled this right down the center, and we're just going to have a mid-iron in for our second shot. Hitting a 5-iron here, managed to hit a pretty decent shot. I actually thought this was going to be on the green, but nonetheless, I'm just in front, and I've got a pretty decent opportunity to get up and down for my birdie. Now I have to go over this bunker, but I don't need a huge flop shot here. Notice how I take this shot in low. It catches a piece of the green and releases in there.
Well, that came off lower than we wanted. Let's see how that might be actually pretty good. Oh, that just worked out perfectly. That is a good shot. Look at these little grasshoppers here.
And I actually hit one of my best chip shots there. Hit that just to about 2 feet, and we're going to have a simple tap in for this birdie. We've made 2 birdies in a row. We're now back to even par, and again, we have a fantastic scoring hole. This is a par 3, just stretching about 135 yards. So this is nothing more than a gap wedge for me. And coming off of 2 birdies here, I'm taking dead aim. I'm feeling confident. I just want to stay in that flow, and I make another committed swing here. And that leaves me a very makeable birdie putt. Just over 10 feet here. I'm feeling very confident. You can see I'm starting to really get in that flow. I'm starting to feel that confidence. That's 3 birdies in a row, and we've officially under par. We're on the 14th hole now, and this is a 461-yard par 4. Let's see if we can keep that momentum going. Managed to hit a very committed drive. I actually did not see that off the tee, so I had no idea where that went. I was very lucky. It just missed the fairway. You can see the rough, almost non-existent here. And this is just nothing more than a little 9-iron in for this par 4. Again, hit a pretty good shot here. It just leaks a little bit right on me. And I'm going to have to get up and down to save my par and save my momentum. And this is really where I'm talking to myself. and I'm analyzing where do I want to hit that spot on the green, make a good shot there, just allow that to release. And again, that's a really good chip shot. Feeling very confident. Again, we're staying in that flow. Things are going good. The short game is dialed in. Managed to tap that in, and we will go to the 15th tee, again at 1 under par. The signature hole at Bears Best is definitely the 15th hole. This is a beautiful par 3 with the gorgeous Las Vegas skyline in the distance. And this is a challenge, 230 yards here. I normally would be hitting a 4-iron. I actually broke it. So this is a 5-iron, and this is about as good as I could hit a 5-iron. I absolutely pured that. Swing of the day. But again, I was misclubbing there. So that's about as good as I could get. I got it to the front part of the green. But I'm going to have a challenging putt here. This is about 45 feet left for my birdie. Stayed aggressive, made a good stroke. But when you're playing good, you don't need to worry about hitting those past the hole. Got a testy little 4-footer, but I go through my routine. And again, I'm telling myself, Cyrus, you're playing good. Let's just stay confident and roll that in and manage to sneak this right in there, keep that momentum, and off we go to the 16th hole. Another beautiful par 4. Again, another gorgeous skyline view of Las Vegas. This is a short par 4. I'm just going to hit a nice little 3-wood here, get us in a position, make another committed swing, and we're really vibing. We're really found some good rhythm here on the back 9. We're going to have another short iron in. Just over 140 yards here. This is a pitching wedge for me. Another committed swing on the green and another birdie chance. Feeling very confident here. 20 feet up the hill. Let's see if we can get another birdie here. Pretty good stroke. I thought that'd come back a little bit more, but again, it's on the high side. It's past the hole. You can't ask for much more than that. And another tap in par. The penultimate hole is a 537-yard par 5. And again, this is another scoring opportunity. When you're playing Bears Best, you really have to take advantage of the par 5s because they're actually very short from these back tees. Don't make my best swing here, but one of the things that we've been able to do is consistently find the fairway here. Nonetheless, I'm going to have a chance to go for this. This is about 235 yards away. I'm hitting my hybrid. Hit a really good shot here. This kind of comes off as a low bullet, but it catches a piece of the green. It actually just runs through. I'm on the left side, but this is a very standard chip here. So I'm actually trying to hold this for an eagle. I'm feeling very confident on this. Managed to make a really good committed shot. The short game really is dialed in. And again, we've got just under 12 inches there. And that's another tap-in birdie to go to 2 under par. The 18th hole is an absolute stunner. 463 yards. This features a beautiful bunker down the entire right side of the fairway with a water hazard. Let's see if we can finish this round off in style. Hit a really good drive here. I actually thought this was going to catch that fairway, but I cut this a little bit too much, and I'm going to face a very challenging bunker shot here. I'm just over 165 yards, and I'm going to be hitting an 8-iron here. And I have to be honest with you, this was probably one of my best fairway bunker shots that I've ever hit in my life.
Well, we're here on the final green at the beautiful Bears Best here in Las Vegas. Absolutely stunning backdrop here. This has really been an exceptional experience here. And I have hit one of the best fairway bunker shots I think I've ever hit here. We stiffed it here on 18. A couple feet left for birdie. Let's tap it in.
We've stuck that to just a couple feet. My playing partner Richard takes the flag out for me. An easy tap in. That's 5 birdies on the back 9, shooting an incredible 31. And that was an amazing round of golf. Everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's vlog here at Bears Best. As you can see, I started off very slow, but the key thing to playing your best golf is always staying patient. Despite the fact that I was 2 over through 6 holes, I knew that I was actually swinging good. My speed control on the greens was great, and I knew that I just needed to stay patient. If that's what you can do, and staying patient and staying positive is truly the key to playing your best golf. I hope you enjoyed today's vlog. If this is your first video of mine that you're watching, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys soon in another golf vlog for my travels around the world.